Hello guys. How are you doing? क्या हाल चाल सबके? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello Rohan. Second. Let's wait for everybody to join in. It's C++, Rohan. I'm gonna wait for everybody to join in pretty quick and then we'll start. So what we are actually planning to do today is just do a few questions. We're gonna practice a few questions. Okay. So we'll do a few questions of decisions and loops. We'll do questions for functions. So it's going to be a good amount of 20 questions that we'll do, 20, 30 questions. Okay. So everyone write a hi in the chat once you join. सब हाई लिख दो चैट में, चलो जल्दी से. Hello Sai, how are you? I'm just gonna wait for 1 more minute and then we'll start. Okay, so we are going to do a few amount of questions, as I said. Okay, so let's start. we'll start with basic questions. Okay, we're going to be doing decisions and loops, right? So the first question that we are going to be doing is to check if even or odd. So to check if the number is even or odd, what are we going to do? Something like this. Okay, int n, and then I'm gonna see out, enter a number, and I'm gonna see in n if n percentage 2 equal 0, and we're gonna see out even, else we'll see out odd. Correct? Something like that. Everybody follows? Let's try and run this question. Sorry, run this program. Enter a number. Let's say I enter 9. It's odd. Let's do it again. Enter number 10. It's even. Right? That's what we needed from our program. I'm going to go pretty fast on the basic questions, and then I'm going to come on a little slow on the difficult ones. Cool? Chalo. If you want to check if a character is a vowel or a constant, how are you going to do it? How are we going to do it? So see, what we are going to do here is a very simple thing. Let's code this up. Vowel or a consonant, not a constant, sorry, my bad, so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna be like hashtag include iostream, cool, int main. Now I'm gonna say char c out, enter a character, c in c, right? Correct? Now what I'm also going to do, I'm going to have, say, lowercase, uppercase. I'm going to declare two variables called lowercase and uppercase, which are Boolean. Okay, and now what we are going to do is we're going to check if lowercase is like lowercase vowel A-E-I-O-U, and then we'll check if we have C equal to capital A-E-I-O-U, right? Correct? So how are we going to do that? I'm going to say lowercase is equal to, in bracket, C equals A, right? And then we'll repeat this. I'll show you how. We'll copy this and we'll say or or A E I O U. So A E I O U, and then we'll do the same thing again for uppercase. C is equal to caps A E I O U. Okay. Hi Mark. Hi Codex. Cool. Understood? So why am I doing this? Because if the user enters a lowercase or an uppercase vowel, we have to print is a vowel. If the user enters a consonant, we print is a consonant. Okay. Understood? So what we're going to do is we're going to use an is alpha property. Okay. So we're going to say if not is alpha C out the entered character isn't an alphabet, and then else if lowercase or uppercase then C out C is a vowel. Else C out C is a consonant. Understood? Did you guys get the program? So what we're doing here is I've taken character C, then I've also taken a Boolean variable called lowercase and uppercase. I am saying that if lowercase is A, E, I, O, U in lowercase, and if uppercase is A, E, I, O, U in uppercase, then here lowercase and uppercase would get the value as 1, right? Boolean would have value 1 or 0. So I'm saying if not is alpha means if C is not an alphabet, then we'll print the enter character isn't an alphabet. Else if lowercase or uppercase, if any of these is true, which is any of these is 1, then we'll print that the character C entered is a vowel. Else the character C entered is a consonant. Understood? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no. Let me open the chat on the phone, please. Cool. Got it? Let's run this up and see. Enter a character. I'm going to enter I is a vowel. I'm going to enter P is a consonant. I'm going to enter, say, percentage. The entered character isn't an alphabet. If lowercase mentioned in line 12, will it work? I didn't understand your question mark. Hello Sanu. Hi Utkarsh. If lowercase is mentioned in line 12, will it work? Yeah, we've mentioned it in line 12. Lowercase. Yeah, I mean line 13, 12. One and the same thing. Did you guys get it? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no quick. Okay. Yeah, we've declared it, no? Lowercase is A, E, I, O, U. Uppercase is A, E, I, O, U. So what we are saying here is if the user enters A, E, I, O, U in any of the cases, lowercase or uppercase, then lowercase and uppercase being Boolean variables get their value as 1. They stay true. Hence, in the else if statement, we are able to print that the given character is a vowel. Understood? Now we're going to do a question on largest of 3 numbers. Say include iostream using namespace std int main int a b c, and then we're gonna have cout enter 3 numbers endl. Okay, my bad. And then we're gonna say C in A, C in B, C in C, and then we're gonna have if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, cout A is the greatest number or the largest. Sorry. Okay. Else if B is greater than A and B is greater than C, cout B is the else cout C is the largest number. Understood? Let's run this up and see. Enter 3 numbers. I'm going to say 10, 20, 30. 30 is the largest number. Let me put this up. Yeah. Enter 3 numbers. This I'm going to say 12, 15, and 9. 15 is the largest number. I'm going to say 20, 7, 12. 20 is the largest number. Right? So I mentioned the 3 largest numbers in different sections. In the first execution of the program, I put the largest number in the C variable. In the second one, I put the largest number in the B variable. And in the third one, I put the largest number in the A variable. And all the times it got executed in the correct manner. Understood? Yes? Any doubts? Yes or no? Got it? Chalo. Let's move forward. So the next question would be to calculate the sum of n natural numbers. Okay? Which means if the user enters 50, we need to give an output as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 till 49 plus 50. Okay? Let's see how we can do that. Using namespace std int main int n cout, enter a positive integer, cnn for int I is equal to 1, I is less than equal to n plus I. Okay, and now what we're going to say is let's also have sum is equal to 0 and say sum plus equals I cout sum is equal to sum turn 0. Got it? Yes or no? Easy? And now if I come and run this, so 1 to 20, if you add all the natural numbers, it's going to be 210. Let's do it once again. Okay? So that's what you can do. Understood? Let's go to the next question. Yes, no, maybe. So the next question would be to generate a multiplication table. Okay. So let's see how we can do that. So we need to generate the multiplication table from 1 to 10, right? So let's say hashtag include IO stream using namespace std int main. Okay, say int n cout enter an integer cn n for int I is equal to 1, I is less than equal to 10, I plus plus cout n into I is equal to n into I. And L. Understood? Yes or no? Bolo. Yeah, a simple for loop. That's it. Save this. Let's run it up. Got it? You could make it a little more good looking. Doing this. Save it. Okay, so that's what your multiplication table looks like. Understood? Yes or no? Hit the like, man. Hit the like. Like the stream, guys. Cool, let's go to the next question now. Okay, let's go for the Fibonacci series now. Or no, that's gonna be boring. Okay, let's use the switch case and build a simple calculator. Okay. So what actually happens when you're building a calculator is that you need a switch case because you have 4 different operations that you're going to perform, right? addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay. So what we are actually going to do is we're going to have character, say operator, OP. Okay, wait, sorry. Let's have int main first. Okay, then we're gonna have char op, we're gonna have int num1 and num2. Okay, so we're gonna have cout enter two numbers, cin num1 num2, cout enter the operation to perform, cin operator, right? We are going to be using arithmetic operators for that. So we're going to switch operator here. Okay, case 1 for us would be case addition, right? So if the operator is addition, we're just going to have cout num, let me just use a few spaces to make it more clear, cout num1 plus num2 is equal to num1 plus num2 and del, right? Break. So that's your first case, correct? Understood? Now similarly, we'll have 3 more cases where we'll just change the symbols. How? Like this. Plus, minus, multiplication, division. Minus, multiplication, division. Minus, multiplication, division. Okay, and also if the operator entered is none of plus, minus, multiplication, division, we'll have a default case. Understood? We'll have a default case, and the default case would be cout entered operator is incorrect. Break. Understood? Finally, outside your switch case, just say turn 0 and let's see how it works. Question 6. Question 6. Enter two numbers. I'm gonna have 20, 30. Enter the operator to perform. I'm gonna say multiply. 20 into 30 is 600. That's a simple calculator for y'all. Understood? Give me a yes or a no. Quick. Let's try another operation. Two numbers 10, 20, perform addition. 10 plus 20 is 30. Let's try the others. 30, 40. Let's subtract, which is minus 10. Perfect. 30, 10, division 3. And this time let's just enter something which is wrong. So the entered operator, because I entered equal to as the operator, so the entered operator is incorrect. Understood? Give me a yes or a no. Quick. Like the stream, guys. Like the stream. Yes or no? Got it? Quick, guys. Then we'll move on to the last question for the day. Okay. So see, what we're actually going to be doing here now is that we're going to be using a function. Wait, let me tell you. So if I just tell you that we're going to check if the number entered is a prime number or not, pretty easy. You can use if statement. But what if I tell you that you need to make a different function to do that? This is how you would do it. See. Hashtag include iostream. Using namespace std bool is prime int. You declare the function, and here we say int main. Okay, say int n, cout, enter a positive integer. You take cin n, and then you just say if is prime n, cout n is a prime number, else cout n is not a prime number. Understood? Now this is my main function, and here is where I've declared is prime. So let's tell what is prime is going to be doing. Bool is prime int n. Okay, and we're going to set initially that bool is prime, or just set bool prime number is equal to true. Okay, and now what we're going to do is if n is equal to 0 or n is equal to 1, we're going to set prime number as false. And then to check prime number, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a loop and I'm going to say for int I is equal to 2, I is less than equal to n, I plus plus, or else we can go I is less than n by 2, less than equal to n by 2. And we're going to say that if n percentage 2 equals 0, no, hold on, n percentage I equals 0, then again prime number becomes false, break. Okay, and then our function is going to return prime number. So do you know what happened here? What actually bro, do we really need coding in this AI world? Yeah, I mean, you need coding in this AI world, man. Is else and default the same? No. Default is in switch case, else is in if else, basically. Okay, so now what is happening here is this is my main function. In Boolean function, what I'm doing is I've set a variable called prime number and I've set it as true. Default, the value of prime number is true. Now, if we know 0 and 1 are not prime numbers, so if the integer that the user enters is 0 or 1, we directly say false, and hence it is not a prime number. Then we go from 2 till n by 2, which is if I say the entered number is 20, so we'll go from 2 till 10. Okay, and if the number divided by any number from I till n by 2 becomes 0, like if it gives 0 as a remainder, which means that the number is divisible by some other number, again prime number becomes 0, and then we return prime number. If both of these conditions don't make prime number as false, that means it will be default true and we'll print is prime number. Understood? So let's try it. Can somebody write prime numbers in the chat? Just write what numbers we should use. Write what numbers we should use. And then I'm going to use the same numbers. Come on, quick. I need to enter a positive integer. Give me positive integers in the chat. Quick. Give me some positive integers in the chat. And until you guys give me, I'm going to use a few. 10 is not a prime number. 7 is a prime number. 20 is not a prime number. 13 is a prime number. 147 is not a prime number. 119 is not a prime number. Give me numbers in the chat. Any numbers that you guys want to use? Quick. This is going to be our last question. Okay. So these were a few basic questions that we did. Tomorrow we'll do more questions on other topics, and we will have again a lot of fun solving questions. I hope you guys liked the stream. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, same time, 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.